Welcome back everyone to my low-level playthrough of Chrono Trigger on the Wii Virtual Console. Last episode we resurrected Crono, we restored this forest, and this episode we are going to start lifting Frog's spirit and start on his side quest and Molly's side quest. Because the beginning of her side quest kind of starts in the same location as Frog's side quest does. So I'm going to replay this little section here. I'm actually going to save Luca's mother. We saw in the last episode I showed what happened if you don't save her. Basically, Luca decides that if she studied science, that would have never happened. So, that became the scientist that she is today. So, got like a slight little difference. It doesn't really change much. What does change though is it changes in the ending. In the ending, if Luca's mother is still injured, she'll just be sitting down at the fountain at the Millennial Fair, and if you save her, then she'll be standing up and she'll be asking her husband Taban to go dancing. So we'll have the nice ending here. So, but we'll have a little bit of different dialogue too if you save Luca's mother. We saw in the last episode when we didn't save her mother, will offer to give Luca's mother Laura his legs so she can walk, but so okay, I should just talk about an entity. So I think those people have basically kind of just determined that it's basically just the planet. So yeah, not much changes. Like I said, we'll still get that green dream, which will be needed to defeat the game. It's an accessory that automatically resurrects your character once per battle. And that'll be the key in the final battle against Lavos. We use Marley, Robo, and Crono because their triple technique is Lifeline, and that basically casts auto revive on every single character. So that's basically how you keep surviving that, because you're gonna get wiped out so many times when you're fighting Lavos at such low level. So just head down to where the little thing is glowing, looks like a tab. Hit the A button, and then hit LARA, stop the machine. And we have altered the past. Nice. And Luca's notebook changes there over there. We'll read on to the left there. I feel like I learned something. I'll study machines now, so that we know more accidents. So no matter what happens, Luca became the scientist that she is today. I'm going to board our epic. I'm going to head over to the east. There's a village there that we could not reach until we had the wings on the epic. And the enemies here, unfortunately, we're going to have to do a lot of fighting, and I'll be taking a subpar group in to do the fighting. Naturally, I'll be taking Frog because it's his side quest, and I'll have to take a Luca because the enemies here are weak to fire. So we're obviously going to want her, and then I'm going to take Marley just because we need to have Marley gain some more tech points. So we're going to talk to this carpenter here, and talk with his wife here. And apparently he's too busy drinking soda to do his job. His job is basically, like I said, to be a carpenter. And to the north of the town are these runes. And we're going to learn that these runes are basically where Frog had Cyrus buried. But because the runes they're all ruined and stuff, and monsters are taking over, well, Cyrus has become a vengeful ghost. This is normally just a joke battle, but at such low levels here, he can do a lot of damage. You just gotta fight him for a few rounds, and eventually he'll kind of come to his senses, and Frog and Cyrus will both realize who they are, but he won't let you past him. So basically, Frog's side quest here is basically restoring the runes so that Cyrus can rest in peace. And by doing so, he will end up actually unlocking the full potential of the Mazimune. And not only will Frog get his best weapon from this area, but Marley will get her best weapon from here as well. We'll also get, there's a lot of good treasure in here. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. This is one of the shorter side quests. And like I said, we also get some good armor in here. Basically the best armor in the game for the male characters. Luckily, other copies of the armor can be charmed from an enemy in the Black Omen. So we'll be able to get a full pair, a full set. I was going to say another pair for the two characters who aren't going to equip it. Yeah, Cyrus is like Glenn, and you realize it's Cyrus. So to restore the runes, because the carpenter in this, the present, isn't going to do anything because he's stupid again. You have to go into the past and basically hire that carpenter to do it, to restore the runes. But that carpenter's missing tools, so we have to go back to the past here. Talk with that carpenter, find out that he's missing tools. And then we'll be able to go back to the future, borrow the present carpenter's tools, and bring them back. We'll also be, like I said, starting Marley's kind of side quest here, because in the cafe here, where we meet the carpenter, there's also Toma, the explorer, up here. If we were actually talking with all the people, talking with everybody as you go around, we would have ran into Toma earlier in the game. But he basically says that, you know, he found out where the rainbow shell is. And finding the rainbow shell will unlock Marley's side quest. Actually getting the rainbow shells, I guess, kind of like ties into Alia's side quest. Because it kind of goes back to Prehistoria. It's the closest I think that she has to like a side quest. But anyway, Tomo basically said, you know, I found the location, and he gives us some soda, and he says, pour this on my grave. And his grave is to the northwest of town here. So once we do that, a new dungeon will appear in 600 AD, and that's where we'll find the rainbow shell. And we go back to the lady, tell her that if we can borrow her husband's tools, she gives us the tools. Now we give those tools to the carpenter back in the past. And you basically need to pay the carpenter twice. The first time he'll do it for free, but we need him to do 3 restorations on the runes. So there's Toma. Like I said, he'll tell us where, back in 600 AD, where the rainbow shell is. So now this mountain that had nothing in it will now has an entrance there. So we'll go looking, like I said, for the rainbow shell. That basically like kicks off, finding the rainbow shell kicks off Marley's like side quest. So we're gonna head back to the past. Luckily, Cyrus's ghost ain't haunting the past here, but there are quite a bit of monsters. And we're gonna have to go in, kind of defeat some monsters, then come back, have the carpenter do more repairs. So there, we're gonna give him the tools. We're gonna go back to his house. Now the first time, he'll just automatically go up and do it for nothing. Yeah, he says I'm gonna go start repairing the rooms. And then we go in there and he'll be at the entrance and he'll be like, I've done some repairs, but there's some place I can't repair because of monsters. And we're gonna have to, you know, defeat the monsters. Now the problem is at low levels right here, one, we're missing a few techniques. Frog and Luca kind of have similar dual techs to what Chrono and Luca have. Luca and Chrono have like a Fire Sword 1 and 2. Luca and Frog have a red pin, which is kind of like a Fire Sword, or Luca casts a Fire Spell and then Frog does a Leaf Slash. One thing that would be really nice that if Luca had the next tech unlocked, the Mega Bomb unlocked, her and Frog have a technique similar to what Aelia and Chrono have, the Falcon technique, where Aelia throws Chrono across the screen and hits all enemies on the side in a line. In this one, Luca throws a bomb and then Frog flies across the screen, hits every enemy in a line. That would be really nice because it would hit both these guys at the same time. But for right now, the main way we're going all these enemies have really good physical defense, or they avoid physical attacks. So we just basically have to take them out with magic. We're going to use quite a few ethers and mid-ethers, because sometimes these enemies, when you defeat them, they will either use a grudge spell, which basically will wipe your character out, whoever they hit with, or they'll use an MP buster spell, which will take your MPs down to 0. Marley, since she does not have her Ice 2 spell yet, that'll unlock a lot of dual techs. I'm mainly using her to haste Luca up. Luca's going to be, like I said, our main damage dealer, because all these enemies here are weak to fire. And she's doing basically almost double damage of everybody else. And Marley casting haste on her basically makes her act twice as fast. Haste basically doubles the character's speed in battle. I say basically because it maxes the character's speed out at 24. So if your character has speed 16 or star, it's not going to make him have speed 32. It'll make him have speed 24. So basically to get max speed, you only have to basically get your character to 12 speed and then cast haste on them. But of course, you know, when we're not under haste, we still want to have that max speed of 16, so... Molly's mainly just there, like I said, to get her tech points. And it's good that she's here because a lot of these fights, well basically all these fights we can't run from, because the whole point is to clear the rooms of these monsters. And we have to defeat the monsters so that the Cobra will come back and fix the area. And in other side quests we can run from the monsters, because they don't necessarily have to be defeated, so it's a good place to get tech points. And then getting the rainbow shell is a good place to get tech, well not necessarily to get tech points, but it allows us to get a third red mail. And with the third red mail, we're basically invincible for the Sunstone side quest, and that'll be another place where Molly can get good tech points. So to get the Carpenter to make second Hooper repairs, we have to come back here, defeat all these enemies on the second floor here. So the first repair, he basically just repaired, like I said, the entrance to the basement. Now beyond this area, there's a door. If we go through that door, there's another hole blocking us from the final area. Luckily, between the second and third repairs, we don't defeat any monsters. What you have to do is you have to go back down to the basement and visit Cyrus's grave. So we will do that. So we're going to finish off these monsters here, and then that'll set us in position to go back to the Carpenter, talk with him, and pay him to make the second repairs. like I said, those second repairs will allow us to access Cyrus's grave, and that, like I said, will get us Frog's best weapon. It'll fully power up the Mazmune. And then I guess technically you're done with the side quest. Of course, we're gonna get that really good armor, Marley's best weapon. So that'll require the Carpenter making another set of repairs. So after we restore the Mazmune, so yeah, there's that hole there we can't get past. After we restore the Mazmune, we'll have the Carpenter come back and repair the remaining runes. And that allows us to clear out some more monsters and you can get all the rewards that this side quest gives you. So you know about these side quests, like if we went back to the end of time and talked with Gasper there, the Guru of Time, it basically gives you clues of where you need to do so. Let's go hire the Carpenter again. It's only 2,000 gold. Like I said, this will unlock Cyrus's grave. But we'll go do that in the next episode. I'll also finish up this side quest and start Marley's in the next one. Or looking for the Rainbow Shell. Take care, everyone. Thanks for following along. Have a good day. Bye.